Rise 5. We'll keep you posted on that game. We'll be showing you more action at halftime, but we're getting set now for tip in Wichita. The winner of Texas-Michigan will be playing Maryland in the Sweet 16 down in Dallas. So who will it be? Let's go out to Wichita and join Sean McDonough with Derek Dickey, Texas and Michigan. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Jim. As you said, the Texas Longhorns trying to pull off the second upset of the day here in Wichita as they take on the 3 seed in the Midwest, the Michigan Wolverines. The 2 seed, Massachusetts, is already out of the tournament as Maryland pulled off the upset here moments ago. The Terrapins will meet the winner of this game in the Sweet 16 in Dallas. Welcome back to Wichita. I'm Sean McDonough along with Derek Dickey. It's great to have you with us. There are many in attendance here today who feel Michigan is ripe for the upset. The Wolverines struggled down the stretch in the regular season, losing 3 of the last 4, and struggled again to get by Pepperdine in overtime in the first round. They have struggled as a team, but Juwan Howard has not individually.
Well, Juwan has been very steady all year for Steve Fisher, and Texas is going to have their hands full because they have to contain him because he's playing so well, playing under control with a lot of poise down in the block. What he's doing is using his body. He's gaining the position, the offensive position, and establishing it and not giving it up. And he's also bodying up on the defensive man. Take him down low, get a chance to kick the ball off the glass.
Over the last 4 games, Juwan Howard has averaged 27 points and 9.3 rebounds per game. While Michigan rather has not played particularly well lately, Texas certainly has. The Longhorns have won 9 in a row and 19 of the last 20, and they got by Western Kentucky in the first round despite an off night from their leading scorer, B.J. Tyler.
Well, B.J. was not consistent the other night, but we know that he's capable of coming back, showing his quickness. But Texas has had to rely on a couple of other players. Albert Burdett, I thought, did a great job inside playing defense and also shooting the ball from the perimeter. But all the man for Texas is going to have to be concerned about is Roderick Anderson because he's able to shoot the ball so well from long range, quick enough to get out in front of the break and also finish the plays.
It was definitely a night to holler about for Roderick Anderson, as both Anderson and Albert Burdett had career highs in points. In the win over Western Kentucky, Burdett had 26 and Anderson had 25. The starting lineups for Texas, the forwards are Reggie Freeman and Albert Burdett. Rich McIver, a transfer from Michigan, is the center. Terrence Renchard and B.J. Tyler, the guards. For the Wolverines, it's a 3-guard lineup with Jimmy King, Jalen Rose, and Dugan Fife. Juwan Howard is the center. Ray Jackson, the only player listed as a forward. The Texas Longhorns at 26-7 overall. Coached by Tom Penders in his 6th year as head man of the Longhorns. He took Texas to the Final 8 in 1990. The first round win over Western Kentucky, due in large part to the second half 3-point shooting after 0 for 10 from beyond the line in the first half, 6 for 10 in the second half against the Hilltoppers. Steve Fisher, the winningest active coach in NCAA tournament play. His team at 22-7 went to overtime to beat the Waves in the first round and won it with 10 for 10 from the line in overtime. Fisher does indeed rule overtime. In the tournament, in his 5 years as head coach of Michigan, the Wolverines are 5-0. Tom Harrington, Art McDonald, Frank Scagliotta, the official. Juwan Howard will jump for Michigan. Jalen Rose called the first game of this tournament against Pepperdine, one of the worst performances of his career. He'll try to bounce back today. Burdett jumps for Texas. Howard controlled it to Jalen Rose, and we're underway. The final game to be played here in Wichita.
We're going to keep an eye on the quickness of the guards of Texas, trying to force Michigan not to get the ball down inside, and when they do, keep them from getting second chance shot opportunities.
No surprise with the way Howard has been playing of late. They go right to him for the game's first shot and bucket. And no surprise that the Longhorns push it quickly up the floor, and Rich McIver scored for Texas.
And the Longhorns have the ball in their possession. The shot clock is not going to be a factor.
Fife turned it over into the hands of Burdett. Terrence Rencher pushes and lays it in. Well, Michigan had 20 turnovers in the win over Pepperdine, and they'll face a lot more pressure from Texas than they did from the Waves in this game. Steve Fisher said if we handle the ball like we did against Pepperdine, we'll have 20 turnovers against Texas in the first 10 minutes.
That is very, very possible with the quickness that the Longhorns display, not only from the guard position, but also from the forward.
Jalen Rose coming off that subpar performance against Pepperdine, knocks in his first shot, a three-pointer, and the Wolverines lead 5-4. Rensher wide open for three. Well, fasten your seatbelt, folks. This is what we expect for 40 minutes.
Excellent patience by the Longhorns. Even though they will run the fast break at every opportunity, they have a lot of patience on the offensive end. Look to get the ball inside and will pitch it back out for the three-point shot.
Now, Michigan will try to slow down the pace when it can. Of course, the Wolverines like to run, but they don't want to get into a track meet with Texas. Howard stripped by McIver. Dugan Fife able to run it down, then he was fouled by Reggie Freeman. First foul on Freeman.
Reggie Freeman, a 6'5" freshman out of the Bronx, is another extremely quick, very athletic player. Plays the passing lanes well with his hands and moves his feet.
Neither team has missed a shot yet. Texas 3 out of 3 from the field. Michigan 2 for 2. Juwan Howard, long with it. Albert Bridgette the rebound. Tyler has NBA three-point range, but missed that shot. King. Bumped by Freeman. That's two quick fouls on Reggie Freeman. That's not that big a concern for Texas. It is a deep Longhorn bench. Freeman only played 10 minutes against Western Kentucky. Freeman takes the seat, replaced by Tony Watson.
Tony Watson on the floor has to have a big game for Tom Fender's team.
Tom thought he could have a big game today because he's a three-point shooting threat, and he thought the Michigan Wolverines might back off along the perimeter and let Watson shoot it.
Well, the way the Texas guards shoot the ball, it doesn't even have to be from the perimeter. It can be from the locker room.
Dugan Fife, guarded by Tyler. Ray Jackson. And the Austin native has his first bucket. And we're tied at 7.
Michigan wants to show poise on the offensive end and not get rattled by the quickness of the smaller Texas guards.
Tyler quickly down the lane. They missed the layup. McIver muscles in the score.
Rick McIver did a very good job of fending off Juwan Howard underneath and be able to get that shot off.
Fife on the pass from King. Missed the layup. Batted to the corner and saved by Watson. 9-7 Texas. They have the ball. We've played 3 minutes. Tyler slipped as he tried to blow by King and then got called for the travel.
Travel because he tried to get up with the ball. Had he stayed on the floor, he could have even rolled around and still passed the ball. But as he tried to get up, that's when the foul is, that's when the travel is called. Take a look at Tyler. He's going to lose his footing, and he loses it, stays with the ball. Had he made the pass from there, fine. But as he goes to his knees, that becomes a turnover.
And as we come back live, a scramble and another turnover by Michigan. 2 turnovers committed by the Wolverines in the first 3.5 minutes. Tom Fender says he doesn't care where those three-point shots come from if they're open. The Texas guards are going to take them. And there's Watson for 3. Coach Penders thought he'd get a couple of those opportunities, and right off the bench, Watson drives in his first shot from beyond the line.
B.J. Tyler is trying to get that dribble penetration and taking the defense with him for the dish off.
King was fouled. Count the basket.
Michigan is not going to back down from Texas, even though they're overplaying out front. Jimmy King, take a look at Tyler. B.J. Tyler is going to try to drive inside Michigan. You see 4 defenders around him. He's able to get the pitch out to Tony Watson, who knocks that shot down from the corner, uncontested.
Jimmy King at the line. The foul was on Terrence Rensher, his first. The third against the Longhorns. King, long with the free throw, rebounded by McIver. McIver, who played his first 2 years of college ball at Michigan, then sat out last year. He transferred to Texas, been inspired by the sight of his former teammates. Watson wears that wristband around his bicep strictly for style points, we are told. Tyler had it swatted by Juwan Howard. Watson, a Skyler's three-pointer. He has 2 3-pointers off the bench. And Texas is up 6 early.
Texas is such an aggressive team when they go after loose balls. Always looking to score. Advance the ball, one more pass.
And the pace has been the Longhorns' liking to this point. Howard working on McIver. Got it to drop in. 4 points for Juwan Howard, the junior from Chicago.
Howard was very successful against Pepperdine getting the ball inside. Michigan needs to continue to look.
McIver was double-teamed and fouled by Ray Jackson. Texas leads by 4 and will return to Wichita right after this.
Meet Greg and Nancy Wagner. They love to cut loose.
Hey, come on.
Obviously, they got themselves a hot, fun-to-drive car.
We got a Pontiac Grand Am.
Exactly. A powerful new V6, sports suspension, a real blast.
Hey, the Grand Am also makes a lot of sense. Solid, got an airbag and anti-lock brakes, standard.
Lots of room for the family.
Yeah, for thousands less than a quarter Camry.
So that fun Grand Am was also the smart car to buy? Can you beat that?
Nope.
We are driving excitement, Pontiac.
Last year, American business wasted over $1 billion using the wrong long-distance company. Now there's a way to get that money back. Introducing MCI's billion-dollar stimulus plan for American business. Get all the savings from MCI's Proof Positive. Plus, we'll send you a check that doubles your savings every time you get a Proof Positive statement this year. Call us and put your money where it belongs. Back in your business.
What you get when you cross a high-quality conventional motor oil with an advanced formula synthetic, a revolutionary new oil that protects better than regular oils, yet costs 40% less than other synthetics. Durablend from Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
You have a 30-year mortgage. So shouldn't you have a 30-year faucet? Moen. Buy it for looks. Buy it for life.
Here comes a new taste from the inventor of light beer. It's called Light Ice from Miller. It's 100% ice brewed for a taste that's more of what you want. Definitely light for less of what you don't.
What kind of beer is that?
It's new Light Ice from Miller.
Look who's living in Archie's house now.
But love doesn't come with a compass. And it sure doesn't come with a color chart.
Welcome back to 704 Housing. Premieres April 11th.
Even though they're in different conferences and the schools are far apart, these two teams are familiar with each other. There are 3 Michigan Wolverines who hail from the state of Texas. Jimmy King from Plano near Dallas, Ray Jackson from Austin, Bobby Crawford from Houston. And Tom Pender said Texas would have loved to have had all 3 of those players, but each of them expressed concern about playing in the Southwest Conference, not an attractive basketball conference to those 3 gentlemen who preferred to play in the Big Ten. Tom thinks that'll change within the state of Texas now that they're moving on to the Big 8, which will likely be the Big 12. Good save by Olivier St. Jean, who has just checked in for Michigan. And Jackson called for an offensive foul. That's 2 on Ray Jackson. He fouled out of the game against Pepperdine 2 nights ago in 28 minutes.
That's a big foul on Ray Jackson because Steve Fisher doesn't have the resources to be able to go deep into his bench. Look at the left arm by Jackson. That's where he picks up the foul. And it's going to be important to keep an eye on how long Steve Fisher's going to keep him in the game.
Texas shooting very well. 6 out of 9 as a team, 3 out of 4 from beyond the three-point line. Rensher for 2. It bounds off. St. Jean couldn't handle it. Then Watson dropped it right back into the hands of Jimmy King. King right down the middle. Big contact, but no call as Rensher hit the deck. And Ray Jackson was there for the follow to bring Michigan within 2. 4 points for Ray Jackson.
So far, the Wolverines appear that they're going to run with the Longhorns, and I don't know if they can keep up this pace because they don't have the ability to go as deep into their bench.
Tom Tom Penders hoped that Michigan would try to run up and down the floor with Texas for the duration of the game. Anderson missed the layup. King took it off the glass. Michigan with a two-pointer can tie, and they can take the lead with 3. Howard dropped it in.
Excellent look inside. Michigan has to look at Juwan Howard, get him involved. If he's got the shot, he'll take it. If he doesn't, pitch it back out for the perimeter jump shot.
Burdette was fouled. Count the basket. The foul was on Olivier St. Jean, his first.
Albert Burdette is being more and more assertive as the season progresses. Against Western Kentucky, he played the entire 40 minutes, wound up with 26 points. And now take a look at his move inside. He kisses it off the glass after a couple of head fakes to get Howard up in the air. And Michigan, if they want to get control of this game, get it from the inside. Go to your strength. Let Howard operate down on the block.
Burdette, just a 59% free throw shooter. He missed it. Out of bounds to Michigan. That's our score. Texas by 2. We'll take a look at other scores around the NCAA tournament. Missouri pulling away from Wisconsin early. Syracuse the winner out west. Howard lays it in. Well, Juwan Howard is picking up right where he left off over the last 4 games. He has 8 of the 17 Michigan points, and the Wolverines have gotten back from 6 down to tie.
What the Wolverines are doing, they're making the pass over the top instead of trying to dribble through the quickness of Texas.
And a foul on Rich McIver as he tried to clear away in the low post. First foul on McIver. Steve Fisher said if McIver had stayed at Michigan, he probably would have had the first crack at the position in the starting lineup vacated by Chris Webber when he went to the NBA after last year. Instead, that position was filled by Dugan Fife, a guard. Howard missed the line drive jumper from 17 feet. Rencher pushed it up to Roderick Anderson. He has amazing speed and lays it in.
Blazing fast speed by Anderson. He can turn the corner and go right off the dribble into the air all in one motion.
St. John thought about placing a 3, instead fed Howard, and that's a good idea. Well, Juwan wasted no time in getting back into double figures. He's there now. In every game he's played this year, all 28 of them. This is the 5th tie, and it's still tied as Tyler missed a 3, rebounded by Jackson.
Tyler is struggling on the offensive end against Western Kentucky. Only 2 out of 13 from the field.
Jackson followed the 3-point miss by St. John with a slam dunk, and it's Michigan by 2. Burdette too strong with the shot. McIver got a hand on it, couldn't control. Howard did. Michigan looks to run. King has St. John, goes for the lob. And it was defended by Anderson, who's called for the foul. That's 5 team fouls on Texas already.
Take a look at St. John taking the shot from the outside, followed by Jackson to get the finish. But Michigan is going to dominate inside because of their superior height advantage, and that's where they have to continue to look. Texas needs to block out fundamentally, keep them away from second chance opportunities.
Tom Penders just watched Roderick Anderson pick up his first foul. Penders, 48-year-old native of Stratford, Connecticut. St. John makes 1 out of 2. The Michigan lead is 3. We'll return to Wichita after this.
The Women's Final Four coming soon on CBS.
This is what basketball used to be like. Now it's all fast breaks and slam dunks. Well, things change. Check out the Achieva Special Edition from Oldsmobile. With anti-lock brakes, airbag, air, automatic, and more. It's all running and gunning for just $13,995. Yeah, the Achieva Special Edition. It's a 360 slam dunk. It's your money.
Mr. Gooden?
That's right.
Any relation to Dwight Gooden?
No.
Okay. Do you have time for a couple of questions?
Short ones.
Tell us about your HP LaserJet printer.
My LaserJet?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I don't.
Ever?
Laser jets work. What's there to think about?
But if you did.
I don't.
But if you did.
Well, if I had to think about it, I probably wouldn't have one.
But you do have one.
No, I have two.
Oh.
Is that enough?
Works for me. HP LaserJet printers. You do your job, we'll do ours.
Good idea.
Dean Witter believed in listening.
Listen, not only to what our clients say, but what they mean. Each client has a level of comfort. Endeavor to find it. We measure success one investor at a time.
For the first time, there's a saw that combines a 12-amp motor, dust collection, and an auto brake. So there's no limit to what you can build. Introducing the Quantum Circular Saw, new from Black & Decker.
Did you reserve the car with Hertz?
Not exactly, but it's a good deal.
Are they as fast as Hertz?
Not exactly, but what's the rush? We're on vacation!
Dad, are we lost? Hertz gives you computerized directions.
Honey, this is not exactly Hertz, okay?
I hope they have the same emergency road service as Hertz.
Not exactly.
In Rent-A-Car, there's Hertz, and there's not exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
Are you sure this is the way to the hotel?
Not exactly.
Did you hear that?
You are watching the NCAA Basketball Championship on CBS.
The Texas Longhorns have excellent quickness, and the way to beat the quickness, being a smaller team, is to throw the ball over the top. And if you can do that, you can get the shots pretty much where you want. Michigan, being a much taller team, makes 1-2 quick passes, get it inside for a layup. They have to continue to do that, get the ball down inside, and use their strength.
Both teams shooting well. Michigan has 17 points to its front line. Bear in mind they start with 2 front court players and 3 guards. Wolverines on a 7-2 run over the last 2.5 minutes. Rensher gets it into McIver. It wouldn't fall for him. Rebounded by Howard. That's Jawan's second rebound. Jimmy King off the mark from three-point range, knocked out of bounds by St. John.
The Wolverines continue to play at this torrid pace, trying to keep up with the Longhorns in terms of getting shots off quickly before the defense is set.
Tyler, NBA 3, short. He continues to struggle with his shooting here in the tournament. Burdett kept it alive, and Tyler resets the offense.
BJ doesn't seem to be quite on balance, plus he's got the 6'8" Rose in his face.
Tyler kicked it out to Anderson. BJ, that's a 2-point try. Rebounded by St. John. BJ Tyler 0 for 6 in this game.
Shooting a little too quickly. I've seen him shoot before. His release seems to be too quick.
Now 2 for 19 in the 2 games of the tournament to this point. Howard tipped in by Jackson. Ray Jackson with 8 points. And Juwan Howard is down at midcourt. Ray Jackson also has 6 rebounds. And played just less than 10 minutes.
Howard actually in the middle of the pack is going to be tripped. It appears by his own teammate. But the Wolverines, with their size advantage, can dominate the glass on both ends, especially if they continue to attack the offensive end. Put the ball up on the boards. Texas is not blocking them off. You go ahead and continue to attack.
Howard stays in the game. Now Mokhtar Njai is ready to check in to Michigan. No one wants to leave.
Someone has to leave.
And it will be Ray Jackson. So Texas will inbound down by 5. Those are the numbers of which we spoke to B.J. Tyler. Texas as a team has missed its last 5 shots from the floor. Rensher, the pull-up. He was fouled by Olivier St. John. 2 fouls on St. John off the bench. Tom Penders thought Rensher played a perfect game against Western Kentucky 2 nights ago. And 14 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Played a team-high 37 minutes. He's out of St. Raymond's High School in the Bronx, New York, where he's a teammate of Dana Dingle of the University of Massachusetts. They were looking ahead to a possible rematch in the Sweet 16, but it won't happen. Massachusetts has been eliminated. Rencher made the first.
Rencher's an excellent passer, but in this set against Michigan, he's going to have to be called on to look for his outside shot.
In fact, Dana Dingle, looking for Terrence Rencher the other day, asked Tom Penders where he might be able to find him. So you go up to his room up to 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm letting him stay up that late tonight because we're playing the late game tomorrow night. And he did. They didn't have to be in their rooms or at least asleep until 3 o'clock in the morning the night before the first game because they were playing at 10 o'clock local time.
At least be in your rooms by 2 o'clock.
Rose scores off glass. 5 points for Jalen. Michigan up by 6.
Smart play by Jalen Rose to be able to penetrate and get the ball inside.
This is the largest lead for Michigan. The shot was deflected. They see that the B.J. Tyler took the shot. It's saved along the end line by Howard. B.J. now 2 of 20 shooting in the tournament from the floor. Rose dished off to Howard for the easy 2.
Excellent look by an experienced team. Michigan is now starting to show their superiority with being in this position before.
B.J. goes inside to score, and it's 28-22 Michigan. Njai got it across midcourt to Fife. Crowd thought Njai traveled. Fife did travel.
Jalen Rose, the fake, take the defense with him, drop it down low, use that power down low, get the ball inside to Howard, let him operate. If he's got the shot, he'll take it. If he doesn't, he is smart enough to pitch it back out.
Ray Jackson returns to the game for Michigan. Steve Fisher perhaps doesn't get all the credit he's due. The Wolverines have lost the national championship game each of the last 2 years. As the interim coach in '89, led them to 6 straight wins and the national title. Tyler shut off by Kay. Rencher trying to use a pick from Burchett. Goes right down the lane to score.
That's the offense that we're going to see Terrence Rencher try to utilize. The defense is going to lay off him, so he takes the outside shot. If he puts the ball on the floor, keeps his dribble alive, he can get it anytime he wants.
Tom Penders trying to argue that was a travel, actually slipped and hit the deck on the Texas sideline. Fife missed a 3. Burchett the rebound. So Penders is okay, but he went down hard as he slipped, trying to give the traveling signal.
A stat on Steve Fisher that impresses me in games decided by 5 points or less. He is 11-0 in the NCAA tournament.
Including the win over Pepperdine in overtime Thursday night.
Take a look at this great move by Terrence Rencher. Hesitation, keep your dribble alive, and take the ball home for the finish.
This is the award-winning Goodyear AquaTread with its deep groove aqua channel. And this is the new Eagle AquaTread for performance sedans. A wider performance tire with 2 aqua channels to sweep water away. Now you get the wet track.
So, does it ever get any easier?
I don't think it's supposed to. It's a sophisticated flight simulator. But around here, we call it the box. Even though it doesn't fly, it's sure going to test how well you can. At American, we come here twice a year to get checked out. You know, I don't know of another airline that puts more emphasis on training.
See you in 6 months.
Oh, I'll be back. But if you happen to be sitting behind me,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I bet you'll agree.
Welcome you aboard American Airlines.
It's worth it.
Our flight this morning should be a smooth one.
I hear you're the competitive type. No, but you might be surprised to find out that the Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra Special Edition with anti-lock brakes, airbag, air conditioning, and more is over $4 grand less than the Ford Taurus GL. Which leads me to believe, shouldn't their saying be, have you priced a Ford lately? Yeah, about $4,000 worth. It's your money.
Monday on The Late Show, Bill Cosby and singer Sheryl Crow.
On the next day, we reunite Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson.
Juwan Howard has led Michigan to a 4-point lead. The high field goal percentage for the Wolverines due to their advantage inside. 21 front court points for the Wolverines compared to only 6 for the Longhorns. 7:41 left in the first half. The winner goes to the Sweet 16 to play Maryland. Tyler on the floor with Anderson. Tremaine Wingfield is checked in for the first time for the Longhorns. B.J. Tyler scores. Burdett and Rencher also out there for Texas. Rose, Fife, Jackson, Howard, and King, the 5 for Michigan. Howard thought about a pass to King, and that moment's hesitation forced to travel. My fault, says Juwan.
The quickness from the defensive Texas Longhorns is now starting to take effect, and we saw B.J. Tyler go in and make the last shot inside the lane. His outside shot's not working, and B.J. being a senior is now starting to understand, take the ball one extra dribble, keep it alive. You got a chance to get inside for the easier baskets.
Michigan by 2. 7 minutes left in the first half. Roderick Anderson, the junior from Baton Rouge, didn't get the bounce, but Wingfield was there to tip it in. Tremaine Wingfield, transfer from Louisville, with a 42-inch vertical leap, and he used it to get up there and tip that one in.
Nice offensive effort by the very athletic Texas Longhorns.
This game is tied for the 6th time. Jackson the mid. Howard there again. 6 rebounds for Juwan.
You would think that Howard would have a field day rebounding the ball at both ends of the court.
Anderson reached in to strip it, and he lays it in at the other end. And the Longhorns go back up with 6:10 left in the first half.
Well, the Longhorns force about 23 turnovers per game, and they're going to continue to turn up the volume, play the passing lanes. They will give up some layups with this approach.
Count it. Juwan Howard having another monster game. He has 14 points already, still 6 minutes left in the half.
Let's take a look at Juwan Howard receiving the bounce pass coming inside from Ray Jackson. As he gets fouled, he also is able to put the ball in the basket, but Texas Longhorns are displaying extra quick hands. Roderick Anderson gets a piece of the ball, and Rencher comes up with it and passes it back out, and that's just another display of how quick the guards are and why Michigan has to throw the ball over the top to be able to get field goals.
Juwan Howard has it sent out into the hands of Albert Burdett. And the Horns, as expected, push it. NBA 3 and then some. Missed by Anderson. Nobody underneath the rebound for Texas. Jimmy King got it over the midcourt line to Ray Jackson. Rose, air ball. Rencher to Tyler. Ahead of the field, Burdett. Rose hustles back. Burdett laid it in.
The Longhorns will look to push the ball up every opportunity, and they always have someone trailing the play.
Jackson double teamed and got it to Rose. And the Texas fans chant air ball, air ball. Jackson rattles that one in. That's a 2-point field goal for Ray Jackson. We're tied again. This is the 8th tie of the first half. It comes with 5 minutes remaining.
Wolverines are doing a better job of showing patience on the offensive end, not rushing shots in the half-court offense set.
Tyler, the pull-up. Rebounded by Howard. 8 rebounds for Juwan.
I didn't like the decision that time by B.J. Tyler. Didn't have good offensive rebounding position by his teammates.
Jackson, dipsy-do and missed it. Batted out over midcourt.
Shot clock.
Jalen took his time, but now he recognizes the shot clock. He looked right up at it. Juwan Howard didn't, however. He looked to the bench, saw them pointing at the basket. That's the first 3-point field goal of the season for Juwan Howard.
I Howard was 0 for 6 prior to that attempt and only took it because the clock was going down.
Rensher a miss. Howard another rebound. 9 rebounds for Jawan to go along with his 17 points here in the first half. King was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Michigan leads by 3, and King will have a chance to add to it.
Juwan Howard going to get the ball outside. He finally looks up at the last minute, says, the clock's going down. I better take this shot. And as he takes it, he's going to walk back with his hands in the air and says, I finally got my first three-pointer of the year.
Well, that's supposed Wolverine fans have not seen from Juwan Howard before. At least after one of his own three-pointers. The only three-pointer he has this season. Michigan just 1 for 4 from the line. They won the game at the line against Pepperdine. 1 out of 5, and the King family doesn't want to watch. At least Jimmy Sr. chooses not to look on.
Well, Jimmy's a 66% free throw shooter. That's not too bad.
He's 0 for 2 today. Naoka has hope. Misplaced, though it might have been in that instance. Michigan will inbound. We'll watch more action after this.
Every day, we all find a way. A promise made, a promise kept. I'm giving it all back.
Napa, we're the most complete store.
If you demand more from an aftershave than that same old alcohol burn, you need more than the same old aftershave. Sensitive from Old Spice. It's alcohol-free because alcohol burns. That's why they took it out and put these cooling Sensate scent. For real refreshment to go with that great scent. It's proof aftershave doesn't have to hurt to work. So use Sensitive, or you might get burned. Take the heat out of aftershave. Demand proof. Try alcohol-free Sensitive from Old Spice.
Marlo Thomas, Mel Harris, and Ali Sheedy.
My dad did unspeakable things to us.
Sisters face their past and expose the ultimate betrayal. Sunday.
Back in Wichita, where Michigan leads by 3, under 4 minutes left in the first half. Juwan Howard picked up where he left off Thursday night with the 45 points in the 2 games. Still has a half plus left in this one, while B.J. Tyler has continued to struggle off the 9-point performance against Western Kentucky. Only 4 so far today. Jalen Rose off the inbound play. Tipped in by Howard. 19 for Juwan.
Howard is just doing an excellent job of getting position underneath the boards. Also on the offensive end when they're in the half-court set, he's posting up and not giving up that position.
Tyler tried to hand it off to Wingfield. B.J. turned it over. Juwan Howard with a double-double here in the first half. 19 points and 11 rebounds.
These last 2 games have not been a good display of B.J. Tyler's performance throughout the year. He's an excellent offensive player, also a great passer.
Howard thought he was fouled, and the officials say it wasn't even deflected. And the ball goes to Texas.
I thought Howard was fouled as well. His body seemed to change as he was in the air, and the momentum took the ball right out of bounds, but nothing was called.
Well, something had to happen. Either he was hit or it was deflected, because he just doesn't shoot a ball sideways out of bounds like that. Anderson short with a layup. Njai tipped it to Howard. Njai only had 1 bucket, but it was a big tip-in against Pepperdine, and Steve Fisher said it was the best and most that Njai has played in quite a while. Oh, Howard nearly traveled. Derek Dickey thought he did. 2:25 left in the half. 12 on the shot clock. Njai lets it fly, short with it.
Maktar didn't realize how much time was on the clock. It was at 12 seconds.
Rensher flying in, and he's fouled by Maktar Njai. First foul on Njai, the freshman from Senegal, the westernmost tip of Africa. His dad is a Senegalese diplomat in Paris. Coming up on the Pennzoil at the half, Jim Nance and Clark Kellogg will have an update on all of the other second-round action of the day. It's already been an exciting day here in Wichita, where Maryland defeated Massachusetts 95-87 to knock the second-seeded Minutemen out of the tournament. Terrapins advanced to the Sweet 16. Maryland in the first game of the day here shot 60% from the field for the game and 80% from three-point range. They made 8 out of 10 three-point tries. Rensher with a couple of free throws. 10 points for Terrence Rensher.
Where that Maryland program was before Gary Williams took over. He's got to be proud of what the team is now starting to display with young talent, no seniors.
Howard short-lived. Battle for the rebound won by Rich McIver. Three-pointer would tie this one for the Longhorns. Under 2 minutes left in the half. They go into McIver. He's surrounded, and his pass out was deflected. Then taken back by Tyler. Underneath, Rensher lays it in.
The quickness of the guards by the Texas Longhorns, always playing the passing lane.
Rensher with 12 points. Careless pass by Rose. He looked frustrated as he threw the baseball pass up the court. Rensher missed the layup. Anderson in control. Tyler for 3 in the lead. Rebound Rose. BJ is obviously not confident with his stroke with his performance for the 2 games.
I think he should continue to keep his dribble alive and try to take the ball to the basket.
McIver fouled Ray Jackson.
Look at the reaction from the bench by Texas. They're hoping for him. They're wishing, and the shot's not going in because they've seen BJ make these shots all year long. He's normally a pretty good shooter from long range. He shoots about 39%. Look at the quickness from the guards displayed by Texas. An excellent play. BJ Tyler sets the whole thing up.
Both of these star guards, Tyler of Texas, Rose of Michigan, were off their game on Thursday night. But in key situations, each did a little thing that contributed to the win. Whether it was a rebound at the right time, a steal, a nice assist, making a free throw.
Leadership. That's what it's called. And whether you score or not for your team, sometimes you're called on to do other things. And both those players, Rose and Tyler, displayed excellent leadership in the games to get to this second round.
Gladys and Ray Jackson Sr. watching their son, although Ray is hardly watching. Ray is the track coach at LBJ High School in Austin, Texas. And he doesn't want to go back to Texas and face all the Longhorn fans if the Horns beat his son's team. He's a highly successful track coach, we should point out.
Ray Sr. doesn't have a lot of confidence in his son's free throws.
No, nor does Mr. King. With the track record of the Suns over the years, they should be a little bit more confident than they appear to be. Under a minute left in the half. Michigan by 3. On the shot clock. Tony Watson along the end line, blocked by Howard. And a foul on the follow-up action. Foul on Tony Watson of Texas. Tony is the half against the Longhorns. Olivier St. Jean at the line. We mentioned Thursday night he was not even recruited by Michigan. Thought he was all set to go to North Carolina, so they spotted him in a couple of camps, summer camps. He played exclusively in France, did not play any high school ball in the United States. At the last moment, Rasheed Wallace decided to go to North Carolina. They didn't offer St. John a scholarship. Olivier's dad called up Michigan, said, my son would like a scholarship exclusively in France at the University of Michigan. He said, yeah, a lot of people would. Yeah. And then they said, well, he was offered a scholarship, or almost was offered a scholarship by North Carolina. Then they got on the phone and checked it out and offered Olivier a scholarship. King couldn't handle the long feed. Tyler knocked it away. Michigan inbound, and they can take the final shot of the half if they so choose, already leading by 5.
Well, Michigan has done a very good job of controlling the pace of this game. They've run their fast break when they wanted to. They've also continued to look inside. Get the ball down low to Juwan Howard. Let him operate. He's had another terrific half. He had 20 points in the first half against Pepperdine.
King will play it in. This and will likely hold for the last shot. Already up by 5, and they do send it out to Fife. Fife guarded by Anderson. He has to be careful with Anderson's quickness. Anderson got a hand on it. To the rescue comes Tyler. Fife calls a timeout. Heads-up play by the coach's son, Dugan Fife. We'll return for the final 7.9 seconds of the half right after this.
Genuine jockey. Genuine jockey, yeah.
Real quality, real fit. No wonder guys feel comfortable with Jockey.
Genuine jockey.
This is a Gold MasterCard, okay? Sure, it's got a credit line of at least $5,000, but it won't settle any unresolved issues from your childhood. Well, maybe it could. I mean, no Gold card is more accepted on the planet, so you can take your parents to dinner practically anywhere and say, Mom, Dad, you raised me. I owe you a steak. It might be smart to buy them a grandfather clock to replace the one you demolished when you were 8. And if this one gets broken, the Master Purchase Plan can replace it. So, I guess a Gold MasterCard could resolve some childhood issues. Wow, Gold MasterCard. It's more than a Gold card. It's smart money.
They speak it in England, France, and Germany. It sounds the same in the U.S. and Mexico as it does in Hong Kong and Tokyo. It's the international language of business. And wherever it's spoken, Delta Airlines can put you right in the middle of the conversation. And then we'll bring you back to that place where you don't have to say a word to be understood. Delta Airlines.
Imagine an antiperspirant that keeps a man feeling as fresh as this. It's Ban for Men Clear Antiperspirant. Ban for Men sets up a clear shield against wetness and odor. So feel this fresh with Ban for Men Clear Antiperspirant.
Let me guess. Spicy chicken sandwich.
It seems that people who like Wendy's spicy chicken made with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices like to step out a bit.
Was it the tie?
Clint Eastwood returns in his most famous role, Dirty Harry.
Go ahead.
Sudden Impact.
Make my day.
Contains some violent scenes. Monday.
Texas has just one field goal the last 5 minutes. And Michigan has opened up a 5-point lead. 8 seconds left in the half. King pursued by Tyler. Rose. Nice passing. Howard wide open. Short with it at the buzzer. Nice execution by Michigan, but Howard with a rare miss. What a first half for Jawan. 17 points and 11 rebounds. Ray Jackson, 12 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. And the 3 seed in the Midwest, Michigan, with a 5-point lead over Texas at the half. That's the end of the first half with the score. Michigan 41, Texas 36. Jim Nance and Clark Kellogg will be along with Pennzoil at the half right after this message.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the second round of the NCAA Basketball Championship is sponsored by Oldsmobile, MasterCard, and by Goodyear Tires.
In some ways, picking the winner of this championship is like buying a new car. So many to choose from, but how do you know for sure? Well, we were thinking more like some independent test results, which showed that the Oldsmobile 88 LSS ran neck and neck for 100,000 miles with the Acura Legend L and Lexus ES 300. We said it'd be an easy decision. It's your money.
I started college with a basketball scholarship. I thought nothing could stop me. But one night I did get stopped. What I learned is that drinking less than everybody else doesn't make you a designated driver. The bad news is I lost my license and my scholarship. The good news is I found a job to help with tuition. Hard part is all this is over.
This is CBS.
My company had a problem. We needed more productive copiers from a dealer we could count on. Everyone recommended Sharp and Right Image. Their sales rep was different. He listened, then customized a winning game plan, including award-winning Sharp copiers, guaranteed dealer service, and flexible acquisition options. With Sharp copiers from Right Image, we're more productive, and we've lowered operating costs. Best decision we've ever made. Right Image and Sharp copiers.
Here's the bottom line on compact trucks. Chevy's all-new S-Series offers a longer truck with more headroom, more standard available horsepower, and greater standard payload capacity than Ford's Ranger. Chevy also features a deeper, wider, and more spacious cargo bed, plus a special anti-chip paint process not available on any Ford or Toyota. And for the first time, get a $300 rebate on the all-new Chevy S-Series. Drive one today and see why everything else is history. Only from your Northeast Indiana Chevy dealers.
All right, welcome back to New York, everybody. Pennzoil at the half. Jim Nance, Clark Kellogg. These are the 39th and 40th games into the tournament. 2 games at the half. Still waiting for that elusive buzzer beater. It has not arrived so far.
Well, I tell you what, Jim, you probably ought not hold your breath. I don't know if we're going to have one. You got lucky a couple of years ago. We saw a bunch of them, but I don't know if that's going to happen this year.
We do have a Cinderella, however. Maryland knocking out UMass. Let's go through the scores and the highlights for you. Halftime in Wichita, Michigan leads over Texas 41-36. The winner here will play Maryland in Dallas on Friday. And what's been the story in this game, Clark, with Michigan up by 5?
Well, Michigan, Juwan Howard is doing yeoman's work in the paint area. He's got 19 points, 11 boards. Will soon join the 2010 club in that game. Just dominating inside, but yet they're only up by 5 points.
He continues to be maybe the most underrated player in all of college basketball, Juwan Howard.
Very sound fundamentally in the paint.
No question. Also now, this is in Ogden, a game at the half. Missouri leads over Wisconsin 54-47. And quickly, Clark, what's the story in this game with the Badgers up 7?
It's a battle of backcourts. Missouri actually got off to the quick start. Melvin Booker has 18 points, knocked down the 3, and Missouri on top by 7.
All right, fasten your seatbelt. Let's race through the scores and highlights. This is from earlier today. There it is. Maryland, the 10 seed in the Midwest, over the 2 seed UMass. The Minutemen are headed home. And here's one reason why.
Dwayne Simpkins bangs in the 3, and then off his miss, Joe Smith throws it down. He had 22.
Freshman coming up big in this tournament. 22 for Smith today. Watch this one. Freshman at the other end. Marcus Camby riding the escalator.
All the way to the cup. He had 32 and 10 boards. Mario Lucas did a nice job for Maryland knocking in that jumper there.
But Maryland made 8 out of 10 three-pointers for the game, and they go on to victory there by 8, knocking out the number 2 seed. Okay, now in the West today, Syracuse against Wisconsin, Green Bay. Syracuse had a 16-point lead, evaporate down to 1 against the Fighting Phoenix. And what was the story here, Clark?
Well, actually, Syracuse able to just use their size. Here you see the defense and then the transition at the other end. That's John Wallace to the rack with the punch.
Get pumped up. And there's Dick Bennett, his team. Here's the run we talked about, Clark.
Jeff Norgard knocks down the jumper. Wisconsin, Green Bay only down by 4 at that point.
And they got within 1, but then a big-time move right here. Adrian Autry in the lane. The leaner drops. And Green Bay goes the final 255 without making a shot from the field. So Syracuse advances on now to the regional in Los Angeles. Okay, Florida against Pennsylvania. This was a close game throughout, and then Penn just kind of disintegrated in the end. There's Lon Kruger. 27 wins, a school record for the Gators here, Clark.
Jerome Allen knocks down the 3. Pennsylvania struggled shooting, though. Only 8 of 37. Spin move here. That's Dan Cross with the sweet finger roll. He had 22 for the Gators.
In Florida then, with a late 8-0 run, Craig Brown hit a couple of threes. In fact, Penn in the final 6 minutes made only 2 shots from the field, and Florida now advances on to Miami. Friday night, Florida will play against UConn, so a 2-3 matchup there. UConn victorious today over George Washington, as Danielle Marshall had 20 points and 9 rebounds. Also, Rupp Arena, Lexington, Kentucky. Kansas over Wake Forest. Another tight game. Another team not getting it done in the final minutes, as Wake was outscored 21-9 to end the game, as the Jayhawks really took control there in Wake with only 2 field goals in the final 9 minutes of that ball game. Next up for Kansas at the regional will be Purdue, the #1 seed, with an 83-73 triumph over Alabama. Glenn Robinson had 33 points and 11 rebounds. You know, tomorrow, as we complete the second round, Indiana will play Temple, and as Leslie Visser reports, it's a matchup of two coaches who dominate the headlines the way their teams dominate opponents.
For the first time in 59 years, two of the legendary programs in college basketball will finally meet. The matchup zone defense against the motion offense. Winner take all to the Sweet 16.
I think we are very much alike in what we do in terms of structure. The team is one where they are fundamentally sound, and there's no guesswork about where they're going to be on the court.
You've got to be aggressive in attacking the zone, and we'll have to be very aggressive in attacking their zone. If you don't attack it aggressively, you just are not going to create any openings.
This game has all the elements. No, not just great defense and excellent shooting from the field. It has all the drama of Bob Knight and John Chaney. Temple and Indiana, our own bonfire of the vanities. Both coaches are emotional and passionate, and they never fail to command the attention of fans, officials, and of course their players. If you were to talk to the kids from Indiana, what do you think you might ask them about Bobby Knight, and what might you tell them about John Chaney?
I probably would say, is he as crazy as you see on TV? And they probably asked me, what about John Chaney? I was like, hey, this man is a maniac.
I know it's going to be a lot of howling and screaming out there, and the referees going to be shaking in their suits.
I don't think there's going to be any more emotional than it will be with most coaches. I think that you watch coaches and you watch sidelines, what you end up doing is missing a hell of a game.
You'd think that after a combined 51 years in coaching, these two men would have gone head-to-head on the hardwood before, and it looms as an enormous challenge for both.
They're going to present a lot of big problems for us because they're so sound fundamentally.
While not many people would confuse the two, John Chaney sees a little bit of himself in the man from the Midwest.
Many letters have come in recently calling me the Black Knight, but nevertheless, I respect him highly. He's truly one of the mainstays in basketball, and certainly deservedly so.
Well, you heard Eddie Jones call his coach a maniac, but, you know, there's really, don't mistake it, folks, a lot of love by the players to each of their coaches.
Yeah, when you think about those two coaches, you think about passionate people, and they're certainly excellent basketball coaches, and I'm sure we'll see that passion on the floor tomorrow between both teams.
Can't wait for this game. In fact, this will start off triple-header Sunday for you, 12 o'clock Eastern time. It all gets underway. The whole nation will get this one. Indiana against Temple. Tip time there, mark it down, is 12:15 Eastern, and then that'll be followed by 4 games. The main game to the nation, Boston College against North Carolina. That's the headliner. Then the third set, tipping around 4:40, Georgetown against Arkansas. By the end of tomorrow, we'll be down to that complete Sweet 16. One other thing, though, really impressive in this tournament, the play of some freshmen.
Yeah, there have been some outstanding freshman players. Joe Smith and Keith Booth, obviously, of Maryland. You talk Ray Allen, Doran Sheffer at UConn. You also have to talk about the couple of big fellas at Arkansas, Wilson and Darnell Robinson. So this is certainly a tournament where we've seen some outstanding play from some freshmen.
Right, again, I'm still looking for that buzzer beater. 2 games to go here on quadruple header Saturday. Second half coming up next. We'll get you back to your games. Thanks for watching Pennzoil at the Half, right here on the road to the Final Four.
Pennzoil at the Half was sponsored by Pennzoil, the motor oil you can rely on for performance, protection, and quality.
Who's got the winning color?
Hey fans, this 3-point play could get you to the Final Four. Game cards inside specially marked cases of Pennzoil motor oil. Or will you get your oil changed professionally with Pennzoil? Scratch, match, and win one of 4 trips for 2 to the Final Four in 94 or 95. Or any of 10,000 other prizes. What a slam fest this is going to be. So fans, get your Pennzoil now, and you got the winning color. Oh man, what a game.
They say money will buy more in the new millennium. They say luxury will endure in the new millennium. They even say a car that competes with Lexus and Mercedes can be priced from $26,000 when you're not asked to pay for a luxury division and all that overhead. A new $26,000 Millennium from Mazda.
I had no idea
when I started officiating basketball that this particular level even existed. The first night that I walked out to do a college basketball game, I guess I had a slight fear, and at the same time I was as anxious as the ball players were in terms of getting the game started. Most spectators and fans are watching the ball, and we're trained as basketball officials 99% of the time. In order to referee the game of basketball, you must referee the defense. Every now and then, during the game, there's going to be a call, a very close call, and it can go one way or the other. And when you make that call, you have to make that call with strength. You have to make that call with authority. When you make the call, you want to make everybody understand that I've got the call, I saw the call, this is the correct call, and this is the way that we're basically going with it.
This message provided by the NCAA.
Marlo Thomas, Mel Harris, and Ali Sheedy.
My dad did unspeakable things to us.
Sisters face their past and expose the ultimate betrayal. Sunday.
Texas heads to the second half, trailing Michigan by 5. CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship will continue after this message.
Open the door. Check under the hood. Because now's the time to get to your Toyota dealer and get to quality. Toyota's March sales event is on, and it features Corolla with big factory-to-dealer incentives, option package savings, and a $179 lease plan that can make Corolla more affordable than ever. Corolla, Toyota's benchmark of quality for 25 years. Now with a great selection and great deals. But hurry, this special sales event ends April 5th.
A veteran cop.
Give him hell, Trap. You got the ball.
A young detective.
This department cannot tolerate lone wolves, shoot-from-the-hip commandos.
Absolutely.
With his own way of breaking a case. You're protecting him because he's your grandson.
Fire him or support him.
Or else
I'm going to tip your desk over on you.
An uneasy alliance.
He's kind of living in the shadow around here.
2 generations of cops. One thing in common.
Traps, no doubt about it.
March 31st. Get set for Traps.
This is CBS.
I'm Tom Blackburn of Blackburn & Green. At Blackburn & Green, we are committed to one service, helping injured people. We know that an accident can change your life forever. That's why we work hard every day to help you receive a full recovery.
A message from Blackburn & Green, attorneys for injured people.
Now let me get this straight. You want a great deal on a new car, and you're considering a Pontiac Grand Am or a Nissan Altima? You do want air conditioning, right? Well, no problem on this Grand Am, but it costs a lot more on the Altima. Automatic transmission? It's included in the Grand Am's price. And you want anti-lock brakes. That's a biggie for the import. So you want all that, and you're considering the Altima? I thought you wanted a great deal.
Grand Am, just $199 a month buys it with a 3-year smart drive. See your Greater Fort Wayne Pontiac dealers now.
Welcome back to Kansas Coliseum in Wichita. At halftime, Michigan has a 5-point lead over Texas. Sean McDonough with Derek Dickey. Texas was in much the same situation against Western Kentucky in the first round. They trailed the Hilltoppers by 4 at halftime. And as was the case against WKU a couple of nights ago, 3-point shooting wasn't a big story for Texas in the first half. Only 3 out of 9 this afternoon. And B.J. Tyler needs to get on track.
Well, B.J. and the Texas Longhorns cannot afford to panic here in the second half. They have to come back out and still be conscious of looking for the outside shot, play the passing lane, and play smart basketball.
B.J. Tyler is 2 for 11 from the field in the first half, 0 for 4 from 3-point range. Only 4 points in 19 minutes. He continues to struggle, and Juwan Howard continues to excel. Howard played 19 minutes, had 19 points, and 11 rebounds.
Juwan Howard was, again, playing above the rim on both ends of the court. He's not a great leaper, but he is controlling the middle, getting the ball, making good decisions, and getting his teammates involved. I thought he did an excellent job of controlling the paint.
He had 19 by himself. The Texas front court combined had only 10. Texas ball to open the second half. The winner goes to Dallas for the Sweet 16 to take on Maryland. Roderick Anderson. A three-pointer. Well, that's very similar to the start of the second half of the game 2 nights ago against Western Kentucky.
Well, Tom Penders always has a great halftime speech for his players, and that usually is, guys, don't let up. Don't panic. Continue to be aggressive. If you got the shot, take it.
Dugan Fife had it flying off. A couple of Longhorns went after it. Finally, Burdett controlled. Texas down 2. Terrence Rencher in close, missed it. Howard with his 12th rebound and a sloppy pass stolen by Tyler. Rencher out to Anderson. He hops down the lane and ties the game.
B.J. Tyler showing that he does not have to score to help this team. Plays the passing lanes exceptionally well.
9th tie of the game. Texas out of the game with the first 5 points of the second half. The second half of the game against Western Kentucky the other night, Texas shot 66% from the floor, and they were 6 out of 10 from beyond the three-point line in that half. Rose, the pull-up. 7 for Jalen Rose. Michigan by 2. Rencher out to the arc. Anderson for the lead. Short with it. Burdett cracks it down. Tyler still cold. Rose the rebound. Fife 1-on-3. Stepped on the sideline.
Michigan has to also continue to play smart basketball. They don't have to try to run with the Longhorns. Take your time. Make this a half-court game. Get the ball down inside. Go to your strength in the post.
Olivier St. John in. Dugan Fife on the bench. With the 10th Michigan turnover. Tyler 0 for 2 this half. And John, at the last moment, saw the outlet pass from Juwan Howard. Michigan with the ball up by 2. We played nearly 2 minutes in the second half.
The Wolverines have also gotten to the free throw line 10 times, whereas the Longhorns have only been there 5 in the first half.
Jimmy King gave it to Ray Jackson. 10 on the shot clock as Rose hits a three-pointer.
Excellent patience by the Wolverines. Move the ball around the perimeter, throw it over the top. If you got a chance to get it inside, get it in, but continue to move without the ball.
Burdett's pass wasn't handled by McIver. Burdett wound up with it and then was fouled by Ray Jackson, and that's Ray's 3rd. Missouri still leading Wisconsin. The Tigers have had control of that one virtually throughout. For Texas to play it in. Jackson with his 3rd foul. First team foul of the half. Longhorns down by 5. Anderson trying to blow by King, and he scores.
Explosive first step by Roderick Anderson to be able to get around 3 defenders.
King, the pull-up. Rebounded by Howard.
Juwan Howard is so strong in the post. Steve Fisher's asking for the foul on his bench.
Anderson with another long-range 3. Crowd oohs and ahs with every one of those attempts that goes up.
Oh, we saw him shoot and make 2 of those the other night.
Texas came out of the locker room quickly here in the second half, scored the first 5 points to tie the game. Now Michigan has opened up a 5-point lead. Jackson, rebound Rencher. Jackson reached in, and that's his 4th. So Ray Jackson, who fouled out against Pepperdine in 28 minutes of action Thursday night, will go to the bench with his 4th foul of this game with 16:28 left, replaced by Maksar N'Diaye.
Well, that is going to be a problem for Steve Fisher. He only went 2 deep in his bench the first half. Went to St. Jean and also to N'Diaye. And we talked about Tom Penders being able to go a little deeper. He went 4 players into his bench and still can go a little bit further.
Penders wearing that lucky blue shirt with the white collar. He's 16-1 this year when wearing that shirt. Anderson had it blocked by King. Anderson has the quickness advantage in that matchup, but certainly the size advantage is on the side of King, and that's a 3-point opportunity for Tyler as he was fouled beyond the arc by Jalen Rose. Jalen's first.
Rose obviously doesn't feel like he commits this foul, but Tyler is a couple of steps behind the line and just enough to change the trajectory of the basketball as Tyler goes into his shot. And I didn't think the shot had a chance of going up anyway because he hadn't been shooting very well. Just to let him take that shot out there, Amy. He's struggling. Let him continue to struggle until he makes those baskets.
That's 2 for 13 on the heels of 2 for 13 the other night. 4 for 26 combined in the tournament for BJ. He's hit a couple from the line and has one more.
Against Western Kentucky, even though he did shoot poorly from the field, he wound up with 9 points and 9 assists. So he did play other aspects of the game very well.
3 free throws by Tyler. It's a 2-point Michigan lead. They handle the pressure in the backcourt. 4 minutes played in the second half. King steps back. Short from three-point range. The guy for the rebound. Rensher has Tyler coming. Rose the man back. And Rose knocked it out of bounds. Texas will inbound. TV timeout. 15:51 remaining here in Wichita.
Women's Final Four coming soon on CBS. Genuine jockey. Genuine jockey, yeah.
Real quality, real fit. No wonder guys feel comfortable with jockey.
Genuine jockey.
Hard to tell. Could be any pickup. But how many compact pickups hold this much? Have a bed with 2-tier loading. And a tailgate this easy to deal with. You could say it's the most intelligent pickup of its kind. Except there doesn't appear to be another pickup of its kind. The Chevy S-Series, so new from the inside out. Everything else is history.
Sure, you've got a car. Got a dog. You even got some fun-loving friends. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it really takes are the 2 cool beers of the mountain man. Smooth Busch beer and easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
A greedy developer targets a historic landmark.
You're a dead man.
Can Jessica keep it from being destroyed? Murder, She Wrote. Then, 3 stars as TV Guide and A Entertainment Weekly.
My dad did unspeakable things to us.
Based on the true story, Ultimate Betrayal. Sunday, parental discretion advised.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the second round of the NCAA Basketball Championship is sponsored by the new Chevy S-Series, Busch Beer, and by Jockey.
Well, look at downtown Wichita, Kansas. The Kansas Coliseum, about 15 minutes from the heart of downtown on the outskirts of Wichita. And this is likely the last time that this facility will play host to NCAA tournament action. It's barely a 10,000-seat arena, which is the minimum. And the NCAA is expanding that requirement to 12,000-seat arenas for next year's tournament. So unless this city builds a bigger arena, it will not host NCAA tournament play anytime soon. They've done a very nice job hosting the 6 games this week. Wisconsin creeping close early in the second half. McIver couldn't handle the pass. The Horns turn it over. Michigan gets it back, leading by 2 with 15:44 left. B.J. Tyler and Roderick Anderson have combined for all 11, or all 10 rather, Texas points in this half. Juwan Howard stripped by Rensher, handled by Anderson. Has Tyler spotting up at the 3-point line. B.J. needs one desperately and finds the range from 3.
His teammates finally celebrate along with B.J. Tyler as he gets the shot to go down.
Texas has the lead for the first time since 5 minutes remained in the first half, and the Horns were up 31-30. They attack King with the double team.
exceptional quickness by the guards from Texas. We felt that they were going to cause some problems inside just with the quickness that they put on the ball.
Tyler lays it in. Count the bucket. Foul on King.
Excellent quickness inside. Terrence Rencher gets his hands on it. Roderick Anderson makes the outlet pass. B.J. Tyler, the third guard on the play, gets the finish. Good job by the Texas Longhorns again playing the passing lane, denying the Wolverines the opportunity to get the ball in the basket.
Tyler had only 4 points at halftime. He's in double figures now, and it's a 4-point lead for the Longhorns. Trying to pull off the second upset of the day here in Wichita. Massachusetts lost here to Maryland earlier today. St. John into Howard. Foul. Count it. Angie Fisher and son Mark celebrate the bucket.
Excellent job by Michigan, continuing to pass the ball over the top of the defense of the Longhorns. They're being patient with the ball. Get it back inside. Let Juwan Howard operate. If he doesn't make the basket, usually he can get the foul, but look at the reaction by Howard. He's happy. He wants to get the Wolverines pumped up.
The first foul on Terrence Rencher in the first against Texas in this half. Horns by 1. Texas still on a 9-3 run now over the last 2.5 minutes. It had been 9-0 before the three-point play by Juwan Howard. They tried to beat it into the post, and Texas caught a break when St. John got a hand on it. Susie Penders, wife of the Texas coach on the right. That's daughter Sunny on the left. And Susie's good friend Lisa Bradley alongside. Scramble. St. John to fight. Has Rose ahead of the pack. Jalen. No basket. Travel.
The Michigan crowd does not believe that this is a travel call because Jalen Rose gets out on the front. 1.5. I don't think it's a travel. I've seen that play made many, many times.
That looked like a bad call. 6 minutes played, second half. Texas still leading by 1. Rencher found a seam and laid it in.
Excellent dribble penetration by Terrence Rencher just by keeping his dribble alive.
Home run ball, fight. Fouled by Burdett. First foul on Albert Burdett, the Southwest Conference Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Burdett had 2 blocks against Western Kentucky 2 nights ago and has excellent timing when it comes to defending in the middle. Likes to take charges even though he is a good shot blocker. Rarely do you find that combination.
Dugan Fight fulfilling his lifelong dream of playing for the Wolverines. His dad, Dan, a captain of Johnny Orr's Michigan team in 1971, and was his coach in high school. Dugan hated the color green growing up, said he never wore anything green because those were Michigan State colors.
Well, he probably still hates the color green.
And he's not too pleased with his own free throw shooting at the moment. Texas leading by 3, 54-51. 13.5 minutes remaining here in Wichita. B.J. Tyler bounced it into Rich McIver. Double teamed. He still scored.
Good patience by the Longhorns to move the ball around the perimeter and get it inside.
Texas was down 5 at the half. The Horns are up 5 now. Wisconsin trailing Missouri by 6 with 14 minutes left. 15 on the shot clock. Rose spins in and was fouled.
Look at Rich McIver, number 44, is going to get the ball in the post and spin away from the defense and be able to get that shot to go in. It now adds to the complementary game that Texas needs to run, the inside and the outside game. We know they're going to take the three-pointer. Now let the guys inside operate and make the defense collapse.
Rose with the line. Missed the first. Saw the patches Jalen is wearing on his shoulders. They're in memory of two deceased relatives. The patch on the left shoulder is in memory of his cousin Bobby Moore, who died in December. The patch on the right side in memory of his uncle Reuben Thompson, who died in February. Jalen has 11. The Texas lead 4. Under 13 minutes remaining. Shed Fife and then traveled. Excellent defense by Dugan Fife.
That's a nice job by Fife to be able to hold his position and force the turnover. Do not allow the penetration by the guard. Steve Fisher said that was a major concern of his.
This is just the second meeting all time between Michigan and Texas. The Longhorns beat Michigan 76-74 at the Arizona State Classic in 1991. Howard, short with it. McIver, the former Wolverine, ripped it down. Burdett. Six-point Longhorn lead. The TV timeout comes on the next whistle. King lays it in.
Michigan continues to push the ball up the court. They're going to run and try to answer the runs by the Texas Longhorns.
Only 4 points in the game for Jimmy King, who really struggled down the stretch at the end of the regular season. Wide open Anderson. Fife ran out at him and got a piece of the ball. It winds up in the hands of Jackson. Roderick Anderson took a little too long to get rid of that shot.
I was just going to say, that's when you have to be smart. Show the ball sometimes.
Fife gets the bounce on the three. First points of the game for Dugan Fife, the sophomore from Clarkston, Michigan in suburban Detroit. And the Wolverines are back within one.
Dugan's normally a pretty good outside shooter, 42% from three-point range.
As usual, the Wolverines doubled the post man, forced the pass out. 15 on the shot clock into McIver. He gets doubled and did not get the bounce. Juwan Howard with the rebound, his 15th of the game.
Well, Michigan is doing a terrific job of not allowing Texas to get second chance opportunities as they slowly creep back into this game.
Rose down the lane, short with the layup. Howard there to clean up the mess. 26 points and 16 rebounds now for Juwan Howard.
Size advantage is coming into play for the Wolverines when they get the ball down on the block.
Michigan back up by one, nearly midway through the second half now. Fife blocked the pass by Burdett. Fife saves it, but right to Burdett. Rensher the pull-up. Texas has the lead.
Very fortunate to come up with that loose bounce.
King couldn't handle the high pass. Tyler. Attacked by King. 3 fouls on Jimmy King.
Excellent hustle by both teams playing the passing lane. And Tyler again showing that he does not have to score to be effective for the Longhorns. He plays the passing lane, gets the ball in the possession of the Longhorns, and then looks to attack.
Gerald Houston checks in for Albert Burdett. Houston, a senior out of Douglas High School in Atlanta, Georgia. There are 8 lead changes in this game and 9 ties. With 9:53 remaining, Texas leads by 1. B.J. Tyler has 2 shots. He has 14 points, 10 of them here in the second half. King goes to the bench. with 3 fouls. Olivier St. John has returned. Timeout. 9:53 remaining. Texas has the lead.
Today in America, over 11,000 babies will be born. 2.6 million people will go to the movies. 5 million parents will drop their kids off at daycare. And 36 million of us will get where we need to go in a Chevrolet. Think about it. 36 million. It's just another day in America. And more people will depend on Chevrolet than anyone else.
What do you need to be the best?
It's not that simple.
It just doesn't happen. It takes a lot of work.
Discipline, dedication.
There's a lot of things that come into play.
You have to push yourself.
Day after day.
3,000 sit-ups.
30,000 shots. Fly balls are extra batting practice.
And that's what it takes.
You get better and better.
When you cross the finish line.
It's a great feeling. Home plate, that's it.
The victory lap.
It was such a dream. That was the ultimate. What do you need to be the best? Everything you got. It's up to you.
What tire do you trust in the wet? A tire that removes over 2 gallons of water per second from under the tread. The all-season MX4. Another engineering splash from Michelin. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
People say it's what's inside that counts. Well, people, I got a confession. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Don't let flakes be the first thing people see. Head and Shoulders helps prevent flakes. Doesn't just rinse them away like regular shampoos. It's like no other shampoo in the world.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
They crossed the line for love, but is there still a price to pay for breaking an old taboo? Love in Black and White, an all-new 48 Hours Wednesday.
Texas by 3 with 9:53 remaining here in Wichita. The winner goes to the Sweet 16 in Dallas to take on Maryland. The winner here earlier today over Massachusetts. Been a different B.J. Tyler here in the second half, and he really seemed to be a different player once he hit that wide open 3 early in the second half.
Number 21 for Michigan, Ray Jackson, is back on the court with 4 fouls.
He feeds Howard. Count it! And Howard will have a free throw attempt to tie the game.
Juwan Howard owns the middle. That is his office. He is not going to give it up. He's going to plant himself down inside low, take the position, grab the ball, and force it up to the basket. And I just like what he's doing because he is not relinquishing that position. And as he gets the ball, he's just attacking the goal.
3 fouls now on Terrence Rencher. Juwan Howard has 28 points, 16 rebounds. He's 12 of 19 from the field. Tremaine Wingfield, the rebound. Horns still with a 1-point lead. Tyler, Rencher, Anderson, Burdett, and Wingfield. 3 guards on the floor now for Texas. On the shot clock.
Longhorns are showing their patience on the half court.
Tyler, the runner, wouldn't go. Ray Jackson went high for the rebound. His 9th. Fight right into Howard. Got Wingfield in the air and scored, and Michigan goes back up by 1.
Excellent entry pass by Dugan Fight. A bounce pass away from the defense.
30 points for Howard. Tyler, strong drive. Hit the rim with the ball on the way up. Had another try. Now gives it to Burdett. And he handles the scoring duty to give Texas a 1-point lead.
B.J. Tyler, 6'1", got 2 offensive rebounds inside with the trees from Michigan.
late in regulation in the win over Pepperdine Thursday night. 8:12 remaining here. Rose missed a long three. Texas to inbound.
Watch P.J. Tyler. He's going to get this shot off as he's going inside. He's going to take a bit of an elbow in the face by his teammate, and he's going to shake that off and come back and get into the play on the other end of the court.
8 minutes remaining.
Tom Pinder said he may go into his weave.
Tyler missed an NBA three. It got deflected into the hands of King. What did he borrow the page of Tex Winter's high post offense that has been used by the Chicago Bulls?
What that weave will allow you to do is to have your quick guards turn the corners sometimes.
Howard gets the roll. Well, they're going back to Juwan Howard, and that's the right strategy. He has 32 points. Michigan by one, under 7.5 minutes remaining. This ties Juwan's career high. Rencher. Rebound fight. Nearly airmailed Jalen. He needed all of his 6'8" to handle the pass. Off to King. Offensive foul. 2 fouls on Jalen Rose.
Rose is going to go behind his back, and he doesn't believe that this foul is going to be called, but good position is established inside by Texas, being able to take the play away.
The Women's Final Four, coming soon on CBS.
With ITT Financial Resources, ITT's automotive division developed traction control, engineered advanced wiper systems, and pioneered anti-lock brakes. And we plan to invest $2.7 billion in the next 5 years to make cars even safer. If you've never thought about who makes the parts in your car, maybe it's time you did. ITT. We're adding more than just our name.
You know which motor oil can help keep your car running for 100, 200, 300,000 miles and more? It's the same brand that more top mechanics in America use in their own cars. Valvoline motor oil.
People who know use Valvoline. Love her, hold her, and remember our simple formula. At Dean Witter,
we measure success one investor at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the world's one and only remote control sliding door. Available only on the Chevy Lumina minivan. It looks different because it is different.
They speak it in England, France, and Germany. It sounds the same in the U.S. and Mexico as it does in Hong Kong and Tokyo. It's the international language of business. And wherever it's spoken, Delta Airlines can put you right in the middle of the conversation. And then we'll bring you back to that place where you don't have to say a word to be understood. Delta Airlines.
You are watching the NCAA Basketball Championship on CBS.
Welcome back to Kansas Coliseum in Wichita. Sean McDonough with Derek Dickey. Second-round action in the Midwest region. The number 2 seed Massachusetts has already lost here today, and now the 3 seed is in a real battle with the 6 seed Texas. Michigan leads by 1 in the game that is at 9 ties and 11 lead changes. Texas with the ball. Burdett guarded tightly by Howard. Roderick Anderson collides with Fife and manages to weave the pass through to Rencher.
The Longhorns are a very good outside shooting team. Have not shot the ball well so far from three-point land, but they're trying to get inside now and penetrate.
Anderson called for travel. 9 turnovers committed by Texas.
The story in the game, though, for Michigan has been Juwan Howard. He has absolutely dominated the paint, continuing to get the ball down in the low post. Last night two nights ago against Pepperdine, he had 28 points, 9 rebounds. Tonight he has 32 points and 16 rebounds in the game.
Jackson just was able to field the pass as Anderson came flying up. Nearly intercepted. Michigan with the ball, a 1-point lead, 6:40 left. Jimmy King on the drive. Called for a charge. Burdette stepped in and took the charge. Michigan foul number 24, Jimmy King. 4 fouls now on Jimmy King. Jackson has 4.
Well, we talked about Albert Burdette playing both ends of the court. He's able to block shots on the defensive end, but also he is the leading charge taker for the Texas Longhorns on the year.
King had already gotten rid of the ball, so it is a 1-and-1 opportunity for Albert Burdette. Just a 59% free throw shooter. His dad, Bubba, as we mentioned 2 nights ago, has been the chef in the Longhorn Athletic Dining Hall for 20 years. You know, Albert's feeding well at home. Missed his first free throw, but it was tracked down near midcourt by McIver. 6.5 minutes remaining. Tyler can't shed Rose.
Rose is not going for any of the fakes by B.J. Tyler. Tyler struggled with his outside shooting. Needs to start looking inside and passing the basketball.
Anderson, short from three-point range. Ray Jackson rebound. He's in double digits in rebounds now with 10. Juwan Howard brought the ball up for Michigan. King sets the offense.
Longhorns are continuing their pressure, forcing Michigan to pick up their dribble.
Tyler called for putting a hold on Jalen Rose. He thought Jalen was trying to push him away. Earlier today, here in Wichita, Maryland upset Massachusetts 95-87 behind 22 points from Joe Smith and 20, a career high for Dwayne Simpkins. Jalen Rose didn't get the bounce. Jackson had a tip. It wouldn't go. King throws it off. Rencher.
Wolverines are now starting to be a lot more aggressive going after the ball. Just a little over 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Possessions are going to come down to who can capitalize when they come down the court on the offensive end.
Howard way out near midcourt. On the shot clock. Rose blocking the call against Terrence Rencher. And that's his 4th foul. It's the 6th foul against Texas, so no shooting yet. Rencher goes to the bench with 4, replaced by Tony Watson, the senior from Pflugerville, Texas. Rencher the first horn with 4. Jackson and King playing with 4.
The Wolverines were able early in the game to throw the ball over the top. Having the height advantage over Texas is something they were able to do very, very easily. Get the ball down in the post for layups.
Jackson fouled by Burdette. Albert second. Ray Jackson will go to the line. Both teams now over the limit. And they'll be shooting free throws on every foul for the final 5:09 of this game.
Michigan the last couple of times down the court has gone down the well, getting Juwan Howard the ball. This time they moved Howard out as a decoy so that he can pass the ball down low to Jackson and Rose, who are posting up.
Jackson, the least heralded of the original Fab 5, now Fab 4, and Steve Fisher says he's the most improved of the Fab group. He's worked very hard, particularly to make himself a better free throw shooter. 2 years ago as a freshman, 46% from the line. This year, 69%. He made 1. The Michigan lead is 2 as we tick down toward 5 minutes remaining here in Wichita. Tyler is poked away for a moment by Howard. Under 5 minutes now. Tyler has a quickness advantage on Rose, but Jalen has a size advantage. McIver hits the follow away. 66-66. 8 points for Rich McIver.
Excellent pass inside by Tyler to be able to get the ball down low to McGuire.
Jackson. Tyler was diving for the ball. 5-on-4 for Michigan at the moment. Now Tyler back in the play. King. Fight.
Still plenty of time on the clock.
Rose. Shot with 11 seconds left on the shot clock and was fouled. Steve Fisher's team so effective against Pepperdine from the line, really won the game from the free throw line. They went 19 out of 22 for the game. They'd be comfortably ahead if they could make their free throws today. 8 for 18 collectively are the Wolverines. Rose at the line with 11 points. 8 teams will earn their way to the 16 today. 8 more tomorrow. Syracuse, UConn, Florida, Purdue, Kansas, and Maryland already have advanced to the Sweet 16. One of these 2 teams will make it today, and the winner of the Wisconsin-Missouri game will be the other. Michigan leads by 2. 4:20 remaining.
Longhorns have to come down and work for a good shot. The idea is to get an open shot.
Good defense by Fife. He put a hand in for a held ball with Anderson, and Michigan takes over on the alternating possession.
This is the second time Dugan Fife has played excellent defensive position. Once earlier, he did it against B.J. Tyler. This time, he's coming back and doing it against Roderick Anderson, not giving up that position.
Tyler tipped the pass to Burdett. Anderson to Tyler. They have Michigan scrambling a bit in its half-court defense. Burdett blocked the call against Dugan Fife. And Burdett will have a 1-and-1 opportunity. That's the first foul on Dugan Fife. Missouri now up by 10 with less than 4 minutes remaining. Derek, do you have any details on that one?
I don't think I do at this time, Sean, after 6 games here.
Burdett is 0 for 2 from the line today. Texas 5 out of 7 this half. Michigan only a 50-50 proposition from the line since halftime. Burdett missed the last 16 games of last year due to academic ineligibility. It was a tough year for Texas. They went 11-17, their only losing season under Pender. They have bounced right back into the elite of college basketball, trying to make it to the Sweet 16. Burdett missed the front end of the 1-and-1. King has Fife open. Decided not to try the pass. Would have been an awkward angle. Jackson blocking the call against Tony Watson. Foul starting to pile up at each end. 2 fouls now on Watson.
So many times Steve Fisher is criticized for his team not being successful, and I think they've done a great job, but playing against superior opponents has really taught this team how to take care of the basketball. They make good passes, they get excellent spacing, and then they try to throw the ball down inside whenever possible.
Jackson with a season-high 12 rebounds is at the line. His front end clanged off into the hands of Burdett. We're still a 2-point Michigan lead. Anderson fouled on the drive. Both Fife and King were there. And it's on Fife, his second. King is breathing a sigh of relief as he's been playing with 4. This team has been called for 9 fouls and a half now, so there'll be 2 shot fouls the rest of the way. Another missed free throw. Texas is only a 65% free throw shooting team. Michigan slightly better at 68%. King blocked. Burdett went up to block it, but went right to Ray Jackson. And he scored the bucket, giving him 15 and giving Michigan a 4-point lead. Tyler short with it. Saved by Anderson, but into the hands of Howard.
B.J. Tyler is still struggling from the field.
Texas bench thought he was fouled. 3 minutes left. Michigan leads by 4. Howard! A career high. 34 points for Juwan Howard.
Motor Trend magazine said my Prism reminded them of the $30,000 import sedan class.
Car and driver described my Geo Prism as lovely lines, Lexus refinement. An automobile magazine called my Prism the new wonder of the automotive world.
Before you buy your next car, call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism.
Road and Track said run, don't walk to your Geo dealer. So that's what I did.
It's the dawn of a new generation. The new generation of clean gasoline. A breakthrough in technology from Texaco that can clean up over time what came before. An advanced system of engine cleaning in every octane drain for the highest performance, lower emissions, and improved mileage. Texaco introduces the gasoline that's changing what gasoline can do. New Clean System 3. Give us 60 days and watch what can happen.
This is the award-winning Goodyear AquaTread with its deep groove aqua channel. And this is the new Eagle AquaTread for performance sedans. A wider performance tire with 2 aqua channels to sweep water away. Now you get the wet traction of a Goodyear AquaTread and the performance of a Goodyear Eagle. One good turn deserves another. The new Eagle AquaTread, only from Goodyear. We say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Maybe it's because their frames are welded instead of bolted. Or because their decks are stamped from a single piece of steel. Or maybe it's the fact that they have the highest resale value in the industry.
Oh, hey, I always wanted one of these. Thanks.
But the truth is, when people are asked what kind of lawn tractor they'd like as a gift,
Happy birthday, Dad.
most say the same thing.
Tired of the crime, and when they come after his family,
Daddy, kill us both.
he's tired of playing by the rules. Steven Seagal, Marked for Death Tuesday, contains some violent scenes.
Texas called for a timeout following the bucket by Juwan Howard. This gave Michigan a 6-point lead with 2:53 remaining. Each team with 2 timeouts left. 2 free throws and every foul the rest of the way. The possession arrow favors Texas. Michigan on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Anderson trying to stop it. Blocked by Jackson. Wingfield the bucket. And the foul's on Jackson, and he is fouled out.
The strength of the Texas Longhorn are their guards. They have the ability to shoot the ball from long range, but they haven't been shooting well. So you have to continue to try to attack the basket, whether you pass it inside or whether you drive inside. Roderick Anderson's going to take the ball all the way to the hole and draw the 5th foul on Ray Jackson.
3 fouls out for the 2nd time in as many games in this tournament. 15 points and a career-high 14 rebounds for Ray Jackson. Tremaine Wingfield, a junior from Clute, Texas. Transfer from Louisville, sat out last year. He is a brutal free throw shooter. 20 out of 58 for the year.
That's brutal.
It is brutal.
That's ugly.
I would have certainly tried to found a kinder word had it applied, but I think 34.5% has to be classified as brutal. Howard the rebound. 2:35 remaining. Michigan up by 4. Nearly a carry. The Texas bench hollering at the official.
The Wolverines are still trying to work the ball inside, which has been their strength this entire afternoon.
Rare miss by Howard, but it went out of bounds off the Longhorns. And they reset the 35-second clock, so Michigan can run time with 2:18 left in regulation. Rose kicks it out to Pike. Rose is open to 3 and passed it up. Takes it in. No basket. Huge call. Art McDonald waved off the bucket and called a charge on Jalen Rose, his third foul.
Jalen Rose once again gets a basket taken away from him. He had a dunk shot earlier. He feels like he has position and gets the ball off before the contact is made. You have to be the judge at home. Does Wingfield have position? I thought that Jalen Rose got the shot off first and was fouled after he released the shot.
Huge call. Take the 2 points away from Michigan. Give the ball to Texas. 2 minutes remaining. Horns down by 4. Tyler. Rencher is on the floor playing with 4 fouls for Texas. Anderson passed up a 3. Stripped from behind by King. He has it back from Rose. Jimmy King.
The defense from the Wolverines is starting to come into play. They play the passing lane better than the Texas Longhorns.
Tyler, foul.
Look at the quick hands of Juwan Rose. Jalen Rose to be able to come up with this loose ball and get it out to Jimmy King, who's able to get out on the break, but playing the passing lane, good position, not giving up the position to the quickest of the guards from the Texas Longhorns.
Jalen Rose just accumulated his 4th personal foul. Texas has missed its last 4 free throws, a string that ends as Tyler made the first of 2. Michigan by 5, 1:34 left.
Steve Fisher talked about his win over Pepperdine, how relieved he was, and he said he didn't care if it was an ugly win or a pretty win. A 1-point blowout was all that matters to continue to advance in the tournament.
His quote was, "We don't care if it's a knockout or a split decision. All we want is the win." The program's now at the point where if they don't win by a lot, people think they had a disappointing game. That's not the way the team feels. Watson called for the foul. 3 fouls on Tony Watson.
Every foul from this point on is 2 shots, as you alluded to a few minutes ago.
Rich McIver comes back in. King is 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Mrs. King perplexed by her son's inability to deliver, and somebody needs to revive Jimmy Sr. Still a 4-point game. Michigan by 5. Minute 25 left.
2 possessions for the Longhorns. Get the ball inside. Your guards can get the shot off at any time.
Anderson powers in on Fife and scores. Tom Penders gets a quick timeout with 1:10 remaining. Michigan by 3. We'll be back on CBS right after this.
The first time I switched pain relievers, it was from aspirin to Tylenol. Then recently, I switched again, from Tylenol acetaminophen to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra-strength Tylenol tablets, better than extra-strength Tylenol caplets, better than Tylenol gel caps. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
If you could see inside your suitcase when you travel, you'd see how Samsonite Hardside protects what's inside. Because Samsonite has a crush-resistant outer shell and a durable hard-side construction that's designed to hold up over the long haul.
Daddy, did you bring me anything?
Samsonite Hardside. After all, you've got your life in there.
No, you haven't seen this before. Introducing the tough new chip-resistant finish on the '94 Chevy S-Series. so new from the inside out. Everything else is history. The Gulf of Mexico, where world-class fishermen like Jim come to battle the big boys.
Jim, you got one.
Yeah, hey, this calls for a celebration. How about a cold O'Doul?
Thanks.
Only 70 calories and non-alcohol. Because out here, you never know what's biting.
When you want the refreshing taste of beer without all the alcohol, think O'Doul's. It's what beer drinkers drink when they're not drinking beer. Clint Eastwood returns in his most famous role, Dirty Harry.
Go ahead.
Sudden Impact.
Make my day.
Contains some violent scenes. Monday.
Michigan has the ball with a 3-point lead, a minute 10 remaining here in Wichita. Ray Jackson is fouled out for the Wolverines. King and Rose playing with 4. Rensher has 4 for Texas. After the timeout, the Horns have only 1 left. There have been 10 ties, 12 lead changes in the game. And it's been another agonizing night for the coaches' wives. Dugan Fife would be the man to foul of the Wolverines on the floor, or Olivier St. John, and King's not a bad choice either. Ordinarily, he's a decent free throw shooter, but he hasn't been tonight. His third. The coordinating producer of NCAA basketball on CBS is Bob Degas. Tonight's game produced by that's him, and directed by Sandy Grossman. That fellow's name was Bob Monspot, and a wonderful fellow he is. The coordinating producers of the Road to the Final Four are Eric Mann and David Winter. Directed by Bob Matina, and the executive in charge of production is Rick Gentile. 1 out of 5 from the line, 1 out of 6 from the line. Missouri is the 7th team to make it to the Sweet 16. The 8th will come from the winner of this game. Michigan, 11 out of 24 combined. That's a big one. It makes it a 2-possession game, 4-point lead for Michigan, a minute 5 remaining.
The Longhorns have to get a good shot in this possession. They do not have to force up a 3.
Tyler forced one up. Got it!
B.J. Tyler able to come through for his team after struggling most of the game. Going to drive and penetrate. His outside shot's not going. Take it to the hole. Try to get the foul and get to the line.
Susie and Sonny Penders celebrate. The foul is on Fife. His third. Texas down 2. Tyler 8 for 8 from the line. Still perfect. He's made all 9. 1-point game. 56 seconds remaining.
The Longhorns do not have to foul.
Rose is guarded by Rensher. Howard. King grabbed by Burdette. 4 fouls on Burdette. And remember, King's struggles from the line tonight. 41.5 seconds remaining. Remind you of the stat Derek mentioned earlier. In tournament games decided by 5 points or less, Steve Fisher is 11-0. A favorable bounce. He's 3 out of 8 from the line now. The lead is 2. And 3. 2 huge free throws when Jimmy King and the Wolverines needed them. Anderson lost the handle. Off his leg, Michigan ball.
Take a look at Roderick Anderson as he drives the lane. Dugan Fife again playing excellent defensive position. The ball goes off the leg of Anderson.
And Anderson commits the quick foul on Jimmy King with 30.7 seconds remaining. Oh, they didn't have to go for a 3 on that possession with plenty of time left. Now they might be in a situation where the 3 becomes a higher priority, depending on how King fares at the free throw line.
I agree with that. They still have to continue to try to get penetration, and, you know, obviously if you can draw the three-point play, that's the best way to do it, but so far Texas has not shot the ball well from the perimeter, so they're going to have to either get the penetration and pitch it back out or drive to the basket to get the three-point play.
King has 2. Michigan has hit its last 3 from the line. They're 9. They sealed the win against Pepperdine with 13 straight. They made their last 13 free throws in that game. It's a 4-point game. You're right, Texas the other night did a much better job of going inside first, then back outside for the open 3. They haven't been able to work the inside-outside for the open 3s today. Michigan by 5. 30 seconds left. Tyler double teamed by Howard and Rose. Time ticking down. Tyler triple teamed off to McIver for the slam. Timeout, Texas. That's the last Longhorn timeout with 18.6 remaining. 3-point lead for the Wolverines.
We may not be the first to promise you the sun, the moon, the stars. But we may be the first to actually deliver them. Introducing the new Camaro convertible. What else would you expect from the country that invented rock and roll?
Okay, I confess, I want my hair to look great. So I use a special shampoo and conditioner that cleans and completely conditions without the hassle. Net result, no matter what I've been doing, my hair does what I want it to.
Pert Plus. Great hair. No fuss.
What you get when you cross a high-quality conventional motor oil with an advanced formula synthetic, a revolutionary new oil that protects better than regular oils, yet costs 40% less than other synthetics. Durablend from Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
What happened? Chevy, got a minute, we gotta talk.
You're canceled.
How do you get canceled out of a commercial?
You're not getting the ratings, Chevy.
I like this stuff.
Well, keep the bag, Chev. You're a sport, Chev. You look great.
Tough year. Good chip.
Doritos Tortilla Thins. Everything else is just a chip.
For this guy, any deodorant will do, but these guys need Speed Stick. Antiperspirant that gives 110%. And now Speed Stick deodorant has a powerful new formula to fight odor. Speed Stick, for movers and shakers, the #1, the only one.
Let me guess. Spicy chicken sandwich.
It seems that people who like Wendy's spicy chicken made with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices like to step out a bit.
Was it the tie?
This week on Dave, Bill Cosby, Diane Sawyer, Neil Diamond, Elle McPherson, and Rosie O'Donnell. This week.
Michigan leads by 3 with 18 seconds remaining. Texas is out of timeouts. The arrow favors Texas, but choosing not to have a man in the face of Dugan fight. He's free to run the end line. Need either a quick steal, or they don't get it, a quick foul. They get it in Rose.
You have to foul right away.
And Rencher, I believe, will be whistled for the foul, and if it is Terrence, he is fouled out. And he has. Triple header of second-round games tomorrow here on CBS. You'll all see Indiana and Temple beginning at noon Eastern time. Game 2, North Carolina, BC, Kentucky, Marquette, Arizona, Virginia, and Oklahoma State, Tulsa in Oklahoma City at approximately 2:25. Then at 4:40, Arkansas takes on Georgetown, Duke, Michigan State, or Louisville and Minnesota. 15.5 seconds remaining here. Rencher has fouled out. Reggie Freeman has replaced him. Jalen Rose at the line with 13 points. 3 out of 4 from the line today. He has 2 shots. It's back to a 2-possession game. Steve Chris said last year the Michigan players felt the pressure to get back to the Final Four, and they didn't play as relaxed as they should have. So they really don't feel the same kind of pressure brought on by expectations this year. We wouldn't know it by the expressions we just saw. Timeout Michigan. They're up by 5.
To make the new Chevy S-Series trucks incredibly quiet, foam plugs, triple sealed doors, and acoustic panels redirect road, engine, and wind noise. Because even the smallest noise can hurt a reputation. The 94 Chevy S-Series, so new from the inside out, everything else is history.
Most people would jump at the chance. 10 days in South America. But this was business, and I was 5,000 miles from home, trying to keep my bearings, trying to negotiate, sometimes just trying to communicate, all the while hoping to pull this whole thing off so I could head back.
Yeah, I'm going to be another day.
You know, it's funny, being away so long. When you come across something familiar,
Going home, Miss Reynolds?
it can be a pretty welcome sight.
I'm halfway there.
From Gillette comes a revolutionary form of antiperspirant protection. Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. Because it's a clear, clean, powerful gel, it goes on smoothly with no white residue to form an invisible barrier of protection. All-day protection against both wetness and odor. Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. One of the advanced deodorants and antiperspirants in the Gillette series.
Talk.
You're canceled.
How do you get canceled out of a commercial?
You're not getting the ratings, Chevy.
I like this stuff.
Well, keep the bag, Chev. You're a sport. You look great.
Tough year. Good chip.
Doritos, tortilla thins. Everything else is just a chip. He's tired of the crime, and when they come after his family,
Daddy, kill us both.
he's tired of playing by the rules. Steven Seagal, Marked for Death Tuesday, contains some violent scenes.
Tonight on CBS, it's Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, followed by The Road Home. And Texas will be on the road home to Austin in 15.5 seconds, barring serious good fortune for the Longhorns. B.J. Tyler pushes and scores. Clock stops after the made field goal in the last minute. They inbound to Rose, and he's fouled immediately. So he'll go to the other end to shoot 2, with Michigan leading by 3 and 8.7 seconds left.
If you're Texas, all you can hope for is that Rose misses these free throws. They have 2 shots because they're in the double bonus. If Rose is able to miss them, then Texas has a chance. If he makes 1, you're talking 2 possessions, and the game is theoretically over.
Michigan has hit its last 7 free throws. They struggled for most of the game from the line, but have made them down the stretch. Should this score stand, and it seems that it will, Michigan will be the 8th member of the Sweet 16. They'll play Maryland in Dallas. Jalen 6 out of 7 from the line, 7 out of 8. Tyler missed the 3. The Longhorn season will end at 26 and 8. Their 9-game winning streak snapped by Michigan. The Wolverines return to the Sweet 16 for the 3rd straight year. And now about a couple of tussles here in Wichita from Pepperdine in round 1, and from Texas today. Steve Fisher now 12-0 in tournament games decided by 5 points or less. It's on to Dallas for Michigan. They'll take on Maryland at Reunion Arena. The Chevrolet players of the game, Terrence Rencher of Texas and Juwan Howard of Michigan. Juwan at 34 points and 18 rebounds. Now let's join Jim Nance in New York. Jim?
All right,
Sean McDonough. So Michigan 2 wins away from going back to the Final Four. And how about that little nugget there? 5 minutes to go. You've got a note about
20-1 are the Wolverines. When they lead with 5 minutes to go, they know how to win the close ones.
All right, so 2 from the Big Ten, 2 from the Big East, 2 from the Big 8 in the Sweet 16. And we'll be back here tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time with Indiana against Temple. For Clark Kellogg, I'm Jim Nance. Thanks for being with us right here on the road to the Final Four. See you tomorrow.
The great masters defined civilization in Europe. Now we're defining it on the way there. United Airlines' renowned international service to 15 cities all across.
AA Championship.
Captain's log, stardate 2713.5. In the distant reaches of our galaxy, we have made an astonishing discovery. Earth-type radio signals coming from a planet which apparently is an exact duplicate of the Earth.
Captain, the message is coming in now.
When my time on Earth is gone and my activities here are past.
This is Captain James Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We are on a peaceful mission in this part of the galaxy.
I want they bury me upside down and my critics can kiss my ass.